From the beginning,
depuis le début,
we were under any illusion
nous ne nous faisions aucune illusion.
That the two
Les deux
were
étaient
siblings,
comme des frères.
and we had to deal with them as such.
Et nous devions les traiter comme tels.
You have to deal with the cruel present,
Il faut affronter ce présent cruel,
knowing that it is very, very much related
en
to the
sachant
dark past.
qu'il est profondément lié à
They are
un passé
inseparable.
sombre. Ils sont inséparables.
So for us, we have a choice to make.
Alors, pour nous, il y a un choix à faire.
You are either crushed in between and you stop existing,
Soit on est écrasé au milieu
or
et on cesse d'exister,
you stand up and fight.
soit on se lève et on se bat.
When people are saying in the testimony that, you know, the hope they have and that what happened here 30-something years ago will never happen again.
Quand les gens témoignent en disant qu'ils ont de l'espoir et que ce qui s'est passé ici il y a plus de
It
30
won't
ans
be
ne
because
se
of
reproduira plus jamais.
those who were
Ce ne
responsible
sera
for
pas
that
parce
dark
que
past
ceux qui sont responsables de ce passé sombre
will not
ne vont
try
plus
again
essayer.
or are not even trying now again.
Certains essaient encore aujourd'hui.
It will not happen again just because
Cela ne se
there
reproduira
will
pas
be people
simplement parce que il y aura des gens
who will stand up
qui se lèveront
and
et
fight.
qui se battront.
It's not because there are fewer people who wish to perish or who would have wished us all to disappear, this country to
Ce n'est
disappear.
pas parce qu'il y a moins de personnes qui veulent nous faire disparaître ou faire disparaître ce pays.
How can people accept that? How can people not stand up and fight?
Comment peut-on accepter cela?
Because anyway,
Pourquoi ne pas se lever et se battre?
well, there is a risk you may die when you stand up to fight. But if you don't, it's a sure thing you are going to die.
Même s'il y a un risque de mourir, mais si tu ne te lèves pas,
So
c'est
why don't
une
I try the
certitude.
former?
Tu vas mourir.
Why don't I try to stand up and fight?
Alors, pourquoi ne pas essayer? Pourquoi
With the
ne pas
chance
se
that
lever et se battre? Avec une chance
You
de
might survive
survivre
and live on
et
your
de
life
vivre la
as
vie
you want it.
qu'on mérite.
Instead of giving up and you let people treat you as if for you to live, it's a favor.
Au lieu d'abandonner et
That
de
they are
vivre
going
comme si c'était une faveur qu'on te fait.
to do for you. Why?
Pourquoi?
I've also had people come to me and warn me and say, President, You know, you are too vocal. You
Certaines
say
personnes
things
viennent
that
de moi.
challenge these people who
Président,
have the power in their hands, and
Vous êtes trop direct.
they're going to kill you.
Vous dites des choses qui
Well, first
dérangent
of all, it
ceux qui
means they are
détiennent
killers.
le pouvoir. Ils vont vous tuer.
But
Eh bien, cela veut
my
dire
answer to
qu'ils
them
sont des
is,
tueurs.
you know what?
Mais moi, je réponds,
If I were to be there to just accept these things to happen,
si je devais rester là à
I
accepter
don't
tout
think I
ça,
would count myself as living.
je ne me
anyway.
considérais même pas comme vivant.
It's like I would already be dead.
Je serais comme si j'étais déjà mort.
To live a life of lies,
dans le
of
mensonge,
pretense,
dans la soumission.
and all my life to somebody else,
Vivre toute ma vie pour quelqu'un d'autre.
I would be dead anyway. So why don't I die fighting?
Alors, autant mourir en
So
combattant.
you Rwandans, why don't you die fighting? Instead of dying anyway,
Pourquoi les Rwandais ne mourraient-ils pas en combattant au lieu
just
de
dying like
mourir
flies?
comme des mouches?
Why?
Pourquoi?
But my message goes to other Africans who live like this on a daily basis, who are dehumanized. And they accept it and they beg. I can't beg to live.
Mon message s'adresse
beg
aussi
anybody.
aux autres Africains qui vivent cette réalité chaque jour,
Who
déshumanisés,
will fight?
acceptant cela, mendiant pour vivre. Moi, je
If
ne
I
peux pas
lose,
mendier pour
I lose.
vivre. Je ne peux pas supplier personne.
But
Si
there is
je
a
perds
chance.
en me battant, eh bien, je perds. Mais il
There
y a
is
une
a chance,
chance
a significant chance, that
Il
if
y a
you
une
stand
vraie
up and
chance.
fight,
que si tu te lèves et que tu te
you
bats,
will live.
tu vivras.
And you will have lived a dignified life
Tu vivras une vie
that you
digne
deserve,
comme
that
tu
anybody
le
else
mérites.
deserves. So these people who are there to the UN, they are there to these Western capitals, they are everywhere, they are just saying, Rwanda, this small country, this Rwanda. I mean, you see, when you are talking about Rwanda and ganging up together against Rwanda, you think it's some country that is, I don't know. Then when I remember
Ces gens à l'ONU, dans les capitales occidentales,
the facts
parlent
about
de
it,
ce petit pays, le Rwanda, comme
I
s'il
just
s'adressait
imagine
à une grande puissance.
the world has gone amok.
Et quand je repense au fait, je me dis que ce monde est devenu fou.
But in the midst of all that, we have to live.
Mais au milieu de tout cela, nous
We have to
devons
live our
vivre.
lives, we have to fight for that, we
Nous
have to
devons
live the
nous
way we
battre
want.
pour cela. Nous devons vivre
And I
notre vie,
tell anybody to
vivre
his face to
comme nous
go
le
to
voulons.
hell.
Et je le dis en face.
If anyone
Aller
comes
au
around
diable.
and thinks they can, you know, they come and say, hey, we're going to sanction you. To what? Go to hell.
Si vous pensez pouvoir nous menacer avec vos
Just
sanctions,
go to hell.
allez au diable. Juste allez au diable.
You have your own issues to deal with. Go and deal with your own issues. Leave me to mine.
Occupez-vous de vos propres problèmes. Laissez-nous gérer
This
les
is the
nôtres.
spirit I think Rwandans must have.
C'est
in
cet
their daily
esprit
lives.
que les Rwandais doivent avoir chaque jour. dans les vies quotidiennes.
So my worry is not about how powerful these people are that come down upon us and throw anything at us.
Mon inquiétude ne
I'm
porte
never
pas
worried
sur la
about that.
puissance de
I
ce
worry
qui veut
about
nous
one
écraser.
thing.
Ce qui m'inquiète,
Which has lived on for centuries.
c'est que
It's
certains
for
Rwandais,
Rwandans. It's for
certains
Africans
Africains
who sit back and find nothing wrong with accepting to be treated like that.
acceptent encore
That's my
aujourd'hui
only worry.
d'être traités comme sans valeur.
When can Rwandans, when can Africans refuse to be mistreated like this?
Quand vont-ils refuser cela? Refuser
To be
d'être
told they have
traités
no value,
comme si leur vie
to
n'avait
be
de
told
valeur,
that their lives
que parce
have to be lived as a
qu'on
result
leur
of
a
a
fait
favor
une faveur.
they are being done by somebody else. What a shame
Quelle honte
for people to accept that even for a moment.
d'accepter
You
cela,
must
même un
not
moment.
accept it. You must get up and fight for yourself.
Vous ne devez pas accepter ça. Vous devez combattre pour vous-même.
And then you have fools leading countries and being used as puppets. And they are stealing from their own resources, which they should be putting to the good use of their own people and develop them. They just put everything to their own use, find billionaires in a sea of poverty, millions of people going hungry, and their leaders, billionaires, money that has been stolen from the resources of these people, and these are the ones received in Western capitals and praised, and when, Rwanda is being crucified literally at the UN, everywhere, these are the ones who show up and everybody else is doing their bidding.
Et puis, il y a ces dirigeants qui volent les ressources de leur peuple
They don't
pour
talk.
leur
These
profit
ones don't even say a
personnel,
thing.
pendant que
There is
les
somebody to say it
coopérations
for
meurent
them.
de faim. Et ce sont eux qu'on accueille dans les capitales occidentales, qu'on
They
a
don't say a
produit
thing.
pendant que le Rwanda est crucifié à l'ONU.
Even in
Ce
meetings
sont
where
ces dirigeants corrompus qu'on écoute, alors
solutions are
qu'ils ne
being
disent jamais rien. Même dans les
thought
réunions,
about and
ils sont
thought
absents.
about and crafted and so on, they are
Quelqu'un
absent
d'autre parle à leur
because
place.
somebody else is there. They are addressed there. When their name comes up, they say, no, no, no. You see, I see it on a daily basis. Somebody has agents, orders them, pays them to go everywhere preaching hate speech,
Et ensuite, on nous accuse, on dit
killing
le Rwanda
people
ceci, le Rwanda
in
cela.
broad daylight,
Des gens ont des agents pour prêcher
setting
la haine, tuer
fire
en
on
plein
these
jour,
people,
brûler les villages.
burning in broad daylight. And when it comes up for discussion, they say, no, 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 it's not this
Et
one.
quand on
No,
en
no, no,
parle,
no.
ils disent
You
non,
see
non,
some
non, non,
other
non.
people. We
Ce n'est pas
look
lui.
for them. But the person keeps coming up. He said, no, 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 I will take the war to Kigali. I'll remove
Même quand cette
the
personne
government,
déclare
these Tutsis.
je vais
We are
ramener
tired
la
of them,
guerre à Kigali,
like we are tired of them
renverser le
31 years
gouvernement,
ago.
on en a
Here.
assez de de ces Tutsis,
And it's
on
okay.
laisse faire.
These wonderful people, these powerful people who tell us what to do and what not to do, they are okay with that.
On laisse faire.
They are fine with that. And they expect us to accept it also
Les
ourselves.
puissants du monde trouvent cela acceptable et veulent que nous aussi nous l'acceptions
In broad daylight.
en plein jour.
Hate speech, killings of people for their identity, uprooting them from their homes, and most of them are refugees here in this country. We have 125,000 people as refugees who have been living in camps, uprooted from their homes.
Ici, nous avons
Eastern
125 000 réfugiés arrachés à leur foyer dans
And
l'est
then
du
these
Congo.
powerful, good people come here and pick
Et ces puissants
one,
viennent
two,
choisir
three,
quelques-uns
another day, 5,
deux
if
ou
there are
trois,
many, to go and
pour
settle
les
them
installer
in
dans
those
leur
beautiful
beau pays.
countries of theirs. And they leave the majority here.
Et reste la
They
majorité
expect us
ici.
to be thankful that that's a huge gesture of generosity.
Et nous demandent d'en
First of all,
être
they take
reconnaissants.
them knowing that these are actually refugees from a neighboring country. They don't take them as Rwandans. They take them as refugees
Ils
from
les prennent
Congo.
comme réfugiés congolais, pas comme rwandais.
Only that they are taking very few. They are not, I wish they could take all of them. Those who wish to go and resettle them. So the rest becomes my problem. So what they
Et
have
tous
to
les
do
autres restent
is
ici et
cleanse
c'est notre
Eastern Congo
problème.
of all these people, bring them to Rwanda, take to your countries those you want, few, very few, not even 0.1%, and the rest should remain Rwanda's problem. Because after all, these ones are Tutsis like Kagame. That's a simple conclusion. But ask yourselves, how did these people end up being across the border of Rwanda? Was it really done by Kagame? Was it done by Rwanda?
Alors que ces gens viennent de l'autre côté
No, for
de la
us, we are here
frontière. Et c'est
lucky
Kagame ou le Rwanda
that we are alive,
qui les y a mis.
that we survived.
Non. Nous avons survécu.
So, but as I say this, even for my sanity and the country's sanity, we have sometimes to just try to do things differently. Meaning, if you want to be helpful, if you want us to be partners, we are happy to play our part, and you can be sure you will find a reliable partner in us, irrespective of what we think about you. You know, this whole thing you see every day, you know, you have heard of groups, what is it? Group of experts. You have heard of that thing? These are people who go around, experts who are supposed to know better our situation than ourselves. Can you imagine? And the ones who lead those groups are the very people connected with this history I'm talking about, or that Bizimana was talking about. Can you imagine the cynicism? And this expert comes to me and asks me, but this. So the whole thing about genocide, this ideology that has killed millions of people, has been turned into a problem of minerals. It's okay. Let's imagine it's a problem of minerals now. Was it a problem of minerals in 1994? Which minerals were we fighting for here? Just imagine. Which minerals? Second, if it were to be minerals, how many are actually fighting for these minerals in those places? Assuming you found evidence about Rwanda being implicated in what's happening in Congo for minerals in Eastern Congo. Are you really saying it is just Rwanda? Why don't you be brave enough to say Rwanda is invading our territory we have created for ourselves and is encroaching on the minerals we are also encroaching on in Eastern Congo? Why don't you be brave enough to admit that? At least to say that. Minerals? If what is the allegations, if these allegations were true, you know what? Rwanda would be as rich as you are, those who make the accusations. We would not be needing your money at all. Which you give us nothing and you come and beat us up for for everything. I mean, yeah, that is the world between the dark past and the cruel present. But what didn't kill us and finish us 21 years ago has hardened us, has prepared us for
tué et nous
the bad
finir
things that will always come
années passées.
in a time.
Cela nous a
These
rendus
people
plus
want
forts, prêts à
and
affronter
wish.
les mauvaises choses qui reviendront toujours.
Honestly, I want to assure you, we will not die not fighting like last time.
Mais cette fois, honnêtement, je vous assure, nous ne
And
mourrons
fighting
pas sans
does
nous
not
battre.
involve invading anybody's
Et se
territory,
battre ne veut pas
does
dire
not
envahir les autres.
involve going after something that is not ours. Fighting, I mean, is if you find us here and want to treat us the way you want that you have seen in the past, I just want to assure you,
Mais
you will not
c'est
succeed.
nous défendre ici. Si on vient nous traiter
You will
comme
not succeed.
on l'a fait par le passé, je vous l'assure, cela ne réussira pas.
I beg all these Rwandans, we should be itching for a fight with anybody who wants to come here and turn things upside down.
Tous les Rwandais doivent être prêts à se battre
And I think
contre quiconque voudrait retourner ce
There are
pays.
many who are ready to join for that. But for our friends, our partners, please, don't
À nos partenaires et amis,
misunderstand us,
s'il vous plaît,
don't
ne nous comprenez pas mal,
mistreat us.
ne nous
We
maltraitez
have
pas,
had enough of it.
on en a assez.
Take it somewhere else.
Prenez cela ailleurs.
Take it somewhere else. You know, this Bizimana who was telling you this whole history, by the Bizimana, if you could compile that and distribute it to our friends and all of us. I actually want a copy of what you
Et ce Bizimana
But I
qui
think you
racontait
should
toute cette
give
histoire,
our friends and
je veux
others.
une
They
copie
need to.
de ce qu'il a dit. Il faut la
Much as,
distribuer à nos amis.
In the cruel present, facts don't matter, evidence doesn't matter.
Même si dans ce présent cruel,
the truth
les
doesn't
faits,
matter.
la vérité, les
What
preuves
matters is
ne comptent plus. Ce
what
qui
pleases
compte,
you on any day,
c'est ce qui
and
vous plaît.
doesn't matter what facts about others. But and I was saying this because this man made another presentation another time that involved the same people he was talking about. And the next day, from embassies, people came to him, threatening him. Yeah. You know, they even, they are so foolishly brave to just, you know, they went to him. And I think another message went through Foreign Affairs. It's like this man who is saying this, and he was not saying it is not true, but he was saying no for daring to say it, even if it is the truth. Yes, they threatened him, and they even started threatening he will not get a visa to travel to some places, face to face, like that. Somebody from the embassy threatening our minister. Of course, I can't blame them that
Et ce
Even this
Bizimana
history we
a
have
été
had,
menacé par des ambassades
that from the embassy they
Quelqu'un
even
de
think they are
l'ambassade.
above the minister.
pour avoir osé dire la vérité.
He just come and say, you dare say this. He wasn't saying, this is contrary to the truth or evidence we have. Why did you
Il
present
lui a dit,
lies?
toi, tu oses
No.
dire ça.
He was just saying, whether lies or truth,
Tu ne vas pas
you shouldn't
avoir de
have said
visa.
it. That is
Pas parce
the
qu'il
cruel
mentait,
present we
mais
live in,
parce qu'il ne fallait pas le dire.
but we must confront it.
Voilà
will.
le présent cruel,
We shall.
mais nous devons
question about
l'affronter.
it.
Et nous le ferons.
I've also told people
Aucun doute là-dessus.
that anyway, for us, we are in a sort of not bad
J'ai
position
aussi dit aux gens,
because the worst has already happened to us. I don't think anything worse will happen, ever.
le pire est déjà
So those
arrivé pour
who
nous.
are scared, fearful of anything,
Il n'y a
I
rien
just
de pire à
want
venir.
to console
Alors,
you in
ceux
some
qui
way,
ont
if
peur,
you may. That actually the worst has already
Je vous
passed.
rassure.
When we lost
Le
the
pire
people
est
during that
derrière
time,
nous.
the young man was giving a testimony about. Do you think
Nous avons
anything like that
perdu
would ever
notre
happen
peuple,
again?
comme l'a dit ce
I don't
jeune
think
homme
so.
dans son témoignage.
So why would we be scared of anything? The worst,
Cela ne se reproduira plus jamais.
the hurricane came and we took cover and things, and it has passed. And we rebuilt. We rebuilt our strength of all kinds. I don't think there is any other hurricane that will come and sweep across the country, destroying everything. I don't think so.
Nous nous
So-
sommes reconstruits. Il n'y aura plus d'homme qui va nous
And
détruire
this
à
day
nouveau.
always reminds us of some of the things that are ignored and the facts that remember the
Et ce jour nous rappelle tout ce qu'on a ignoré, les faits.
book written by somebody many of you know, Philip Gurevich, with a very long title.
Vous vous
and this is a
souvenez
man
du
who,
livre de Philippe Gurevich?
well, at least I would have wished if they could think of
Il y
such a man
avait
and
une
put him
longue
in the
titre.
group of experts, maybe they would benefit from. But you bring somebody just because she comes from a country that colonized Rwanda and that becomes the expert. I think that's not serious. But he said that the title of the book was, "We wish to inform you that tomorrow will be killed
Le titre du livre disait
with
Nous voulons
our
vous
families."
informer que demain, vous serez
know-
tués par nos familles.
Who were they informing? And who was going to stop that? And who was
Qui
going to come to
ont-ils
their rescue?
informé?
Nobody. It just happened as they said it. People kept telling the world,
Qui allait les
"We want to
sauver?
inform you
Personne. C'est arrivé
that
comme il l'avait
tomorrow we're
annoncé.
going to be killed with all our families." And who cared? And the families were killed indeed, including the family of the young man who was testifying
Nos
here.
familles ont été tuées,
Well, including our
comme
families,
celle du jeune homme qui témoignait ici.
those of us standing here, who have been demonized every single day about our history. The history where there is a force that always has been attempting to turn victims into perpetrators. So these people who give testimonies and say what happened to them, they are actually now perpetrators. They are no longer victims. So the cynicism I was talking about of what happens in this world is that these very people who barely survived and who lost everything else and their families are now the victims, the perpetrators, no longer victims. That's what the world wants to.
Ceux qui ont tout perdu sont présents comme les coupables. C'est cela
Create
que le
about
monde
us.
veut créer. C'est le comble du cynisme.
I think I should, even for again, the sake of our sanity, maybe we'll always, during the war times, to keep my own balance, there used to be battles taking place across the country, militias killing
Et même
people,
pour garder ma propre
RPA
santé,
soldiers fighting government
ma
forces.
balance,
Sometimes in our movements, one of the commanders would come to me and say, "President, you come and see what has happened here." I went there once and saw a mass grave that they had just dug with caterpillars, and I think they had put in over 2,000 people. And from that lot, we found 12 people are still breathing. And
on
we
me montrait des fosses
got
communes.
them out. I was told the other day of the 12, I
J'ai vu une
think,
fosse
they lived for some
avec
time, and
plus
then
de
now there are
2000
remaining 7 out
On
of
y a
12. I
trouvé
kept
12
following the
personnes
story.
encore en vie.
7 are still alive. I think 5 died
Plus
of...
tard, on m'a dit qu'il en restait 7.
But from that moment,
Les 5 étaient déjà morts.
I told the commanders that they should never bring
Depuis ce jour-là,
my attention to this kind of thing. They should just handle it, and we agreed how they would be handling it. But I don't even need to be informed. And the reason was simple.
j'ai dit à mes
Fortunately, such a
commandants,
moment of
ne me
remembrance
montrez plus jamais ça.
sort of takes you
Traitez ça
back into
vous-même.
that. But the reason was I didn't want my
Je ne voulais pas que
my
la colère
judgment and my
m'empêche de
conduct of
diriger
the war
avec
and
équilibre.
the leadership I was supposed to be providing to be impaired in any way by the anger, by what you saw. So that's why I wanted to keep my own balance so that we go through so many things. But otherwise, if I kept seeing this, putting people out of a mass grave, and then your mind goes to say, but who is this doing? Whoever is doing this, why is he doing it? He may end up. So anyway, let me end here. There will always be another day, another year to commemorate our lost people. But for Rwandans, I beg you, don't you owe your life to anybody else. And please have the courage to deal with the situation and moment
Ayez le
as it is.
courage d'affronter chaque situation.
Don't offend anybody, but always
Ne manquez
fight
de respect à
for what is
personne,
yours.
mais battez-vous toujours pour ce qui vous appartient.
Don't allow anybody else to dictate to you
Ne laissez personne vous dicter
how you
comment
should
vivre
live your life,
comment vivre
because
votre vie.
the moment you accept it,
Car le jour
that is
où
the
vous
day
acceptez
you have lost your life.
cela, c'est le jour où vous avez perdu
God
votre
bless
vie.
you.
Que Dieu vous bénisse.